Hello, Poet Nation. Welcome back to A Coleman's Corner. It's been a while since we've met with our athletic director, Rob Coleman, but we are back to wrap up the spring, look forward to the fall, and maybe get an update on the expansion project. So with our spring season just ending, why don't you give us a little update on everything that went down?
Yeah, I thought that the spring went very, very well, Travis. We look at our director of tennis, David Bojal, I thought he did a great job this year with both the men and the ladies. The guys ranked in the West region right now, and surprisingly, the ladies jumped into number 12 in the West region, and they had just a terrific season. Recruiting's going well, and we expect bigger and better things next year from that program. So kudos to all the tennis athletes on just a great season. Really led our spring. Men's golf finished ranked 42nd in the country. Doug Kennedy's ranked 29th right now in the country in Division III. So that program just continues to develop with over 300 schools in America, where we were probably dead last 4 years ago to where we are today. So Rich Kim, another great year for him. And obviously, we had a couple downers. I think that women's lacrosse didn't get to where they wanted to this year. We're going to miss Emily Hammer very much. She was just a great team player. But excited about the search we're doing right now. We have some real good candidates, and looking forward to get that back to where it needs to be. Emily took a program from the bottom, brought it back up, and again, I know she was going through a lot here at the end of the year, and like I said, we're going to miss her. I thank her for all her hard work, but again, I'm really looking forward to next year and getting somebody here, a new coach, by the beginning of July. So again, I thought the season in the spring went well. Some improvement with women's water polo, but obviously tennis and golf really led the charge for us.
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback on some of that, with the tennis men's ranked nationally throughout the year, and we had a couple individuals break into the individual West region rankings, Julian Sinovaratny and Patricio Correja. And then, of course, we just look at our men's lacrosse team, and of course, record-wise, it wasn't what they wanted, but 4 of their losses were by 1 goal. They had another one by 2 goals and another one by 3 goals. So they were in every single game, a great defensive team. Their schedule jumped from maybe ranked 150th in the country last year to 25th in the country this year.
Yeah, and let me just jump in. Brian's done a great job with the program. No doubt about that. We've had a plan a couple years ago. We're headed in the right direction. The defense was outstanding this year. Have a lot of those players returning again next year. Recruiting's going well there. We just got a great sign yesterday with a young man from Siena who's transferring to us, and we're really, really happy he's been accepted to school and is coming. So we're on the right wavelength with men's lacrosse as well. So exciting what the future is going to hold there.
Well, let's look at the whole sports season from fall, winter, and spring, and just let's hear your overall thoughts on how you think everything went.
Again, I think we're making the steps. 5 years ago, we were not competing on a high level at all. And I think today, 5 years later, the foundation has, without question, been set. And the fact that we're competing against everybody at such a higher level than we were 5 years ago. The goal is to win championships. I think 5 years ago it was just, hey, let's try to be competitive. We are competitive now. We want to hang another banner up at this point. I'm looking forward to the teams that I feel are ready for that are men's soccer. Our teams like men's and women's basketball, quite honestly. I mean, we didn't finish in the playoffs this year, but we're not far from winning a championship in those sports. So I'm looking forward to that. I think men's water polo has another terrific opportunity to do something. They have a good team coming back, some good recruits. We've been a great team 2 years ago, ranked number 1 in the country, to be playing in the championship game last year. So there's a lot of things. I don't know necessarily if tennis is necessarily ready to win a championship in our conference, but as a top 20 team in the country next year, absolutely. I see our ladies have a shot to win a championship in tennis next year. I think there's opportunity that absolutely did not exist 5 years ago here. So I'm super excited about that. I'm excited about our new coaching staff that are here right now, with where football's at, with not just hiring Kirk and Todd, but the other members of that staff that they've put together. Quality group of guys, a lot of integrity and character in the individuals we've hired, and I think our kids are going to love the coaching staff next year. that, Monica Gerard joining our women's soccer staff and the experience that she brings right now. We may take a step back to move forward, but I know it's really in good hands with what she's doing right now with the program. Shea Harwell with soccer, really taking the reins, a young guy, but I think he's going to do a wonderful job, and I think the team players right now have really accepted, where he's going and what he wants to do. With women's lacrosse coming up, we're hiring a full-time assistant coach for aquatics coming up. So all those things are super excited about, and I'm looking forward. I know the teams are recruiting hard right now. We're in that point of June and July, firming up the recruits, and I'm excited about the growth of our program. Having about 450 kids in the program is tremendous, and that was a goal 5 years ago when we had 280 kids in the program to grow our program, because we knew depth was going to allow us to win championships. We had to have depth in our roster, and so we're there at this point. And so that's what I'm excited about, the potential of not just winning one, but perhaps 2 or 3 championships next year.
I think a lot of the Poet Nation, as we call them, the alumni, the family and fans, they're excited about the coming season with the coaching changes. Of course, thankful for what everybody did leading up to this point, but new faces are in here, and we're excited to move forward with that. And we're also excited to move forward with our expansion project, and that's moving right along. So give us a quick update on that.
Sure. Again, it's on target. The CW driver is doing a great job. Our project manager, Paul Morrissey, is overseeing the project and doing a really nice job for us. We're hopeful, again, late October, early November, we'll be turning the key, walking into this beautiful facility. The 2-story addition right now, basically the foundation's been set there. We're working really hard on our Hall of Fame. It's going to be beautiful when it's finished here. I just signed the contract for that. The locker rooms, all of it. It's just going to be, when the kids come back in August, they're going to probably see a pool with some water in it, but we won't probably be able to get in it yet, which will be the disappointing thing. But there's just a lot of work that's going to go on over the next 3-4 months, and luckily here in California, we're bound to get sunny days pretty much straight through. So looking forward to that completion. I think, again, once it's done, it's going to set us maybe not apart, but at least in our conference we're on par with showing this facility off with recruits, and having this Hall of Fame room, which is a conference room, to sit with the student athletes in that room, trying to get their final answer that they're coming to us. So there's a lot of wonderful things that we're going to be able to use with this facility, and not just that, but just with the community. We're going to have a water polo or swim club, bring more young children onto our campus, and our camps are obviously going to be able to grow from what we've done for the last 30 years. Now we're going to be able to take that to another level. So there's just so many things we can do with this facility, and I'm grateful again to the Board of Trustees and our president for understanding and really being able to take the blinders off and look to the future of what this can do, not just for athletics, but for the school. So again, I thank them for their support in this project.
Well, it was a great year for Poet Athletics, and as you mentioned, moving forward to next year, we are excited to push to hang one of those banners up, get a conference championship, and maybe more than just one.
Sure.
But like I said, it was a great year. I want to thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Rob Coleman, for taking some time out of your day. And Poet fans, we'll see you over the summer.